can hear humans, sapiens, jiggly flesh tubes with Netflix accounts. Auscultate and attend. Catch and concentrate. Fucking listen up. Now I know you're out there every day digging in the ditches, working the farms, living for the world. Sometimes you gotta stop and take some time to love yourself, okay? This isn't a freak out, don't worry. I ate today and I've only had like 3 drinks. I'm fine. I could do math right now, but let's not right now. I've got something to town cry about, so perk your snappers, attend your posture, and take it all in for a sec. No comment section, no likes, because there's no need to approve. Just fucking hear me out for a sec. Now, the job of the town crier back in the day was threefold. You get their attention, you tell them the news, and you end with a rhymey poem to lock it in. That's how the brain digs it. Your brain. The brain you got in you right now. The squirmy blurb of electric gack humming in your skull box. You know the one. We all got one. And until science gets its shit together, it's the only one we'll ever have. But it's nothing without a heart and a body. That's a triple threat. We're all walking triforces of goo, vittles, and notions. No matter how you slice it, and handy dandy Sandy Bullock, it all comes prepackaged and decorated, so you just have to turn it on. Your body is a marvel of nature, humans. All bodies are. But right now I'm talking to you, humans. The fucking squirrels out there don't need any extra attention. Your body is a fascination on this planet. Because back in the day, nothing that crawled out of the splooge left over from the cosmic bukkake that started this whole evolutionary relationship could outfox you, not even foxes. You can improve your muscles. You can think about thinking. That's metacognition. That's a feature of you that comes standard. Your body is so amazing. You even figured out how to crack it open so you could figure it out. Your body is a wonderland, is what I'm saying here. While simultaneously also a horrifying nightmare machine made of bones, blood, pissing down the highway. You got to admire the chaos. Teeth are freaky. They're made out of white rock fed by living cells, and in the middle are nerves and more blood, like a Cadbury egg in Freddy Krueger's Easter basket. You produce over 2 liters of spit on average a day. So, get in the car, Tiffany. You all develop butthole first. That's the cruel bitch in nature. Your hair is fine. According to a 2009 Japanese study, the human body actually glows in the dark, but it's too faint for us to see. So beauty can be horrifying, too, if you really sit and metacog on it. But the body you got is the only one you have issued to you when you're born. So no matter how you fall on the scale that runs sensual to nauseous, when you think about it, you gotta respect it. And since it's yours, you gotta love it. Now that's easier said than done, obviously. What on this physical plane isn't, but it comes with trying. You gotta put in the work or it won't happen. All things take work. That's how existence works. You think that mud skipper that walked out of the water, hit the sand shore, and called it a day? Fuck no. That little fucker ran up that beach, hit the first rock he could, stood up and screamed to the sky, "Fuck you, God! The ocean sucks! This is my world now!" And now you're here. We should honor that beautiful little bastard every day. And yourself, because the world is hard enough as it is. Existence isn't doing us any favors, humans. I gotta be real with you. I don't know if you've been outside, but it's hard out there for a pimp and a pigeon. No one gets away free. If it's not society, it's the weather or the fucking flu. So take care of yourself, read the directions, and your body should last you the rest of your life. Hopefully, who knows? It's hard out there. Now, the equipment is complicated. And you didn't get to choose it when you were born, which is just so like your parents. Like, yeah, they got it for you for your birthday, but it's a weird shape and not quite what you wanted. And you should be grateful, but that's easier said than done. Thankfully, we have doctors and scientists who spend their lives in their bodies studying and figuring out how your body works. The good ones. There's fucknuts everywhere in every profession. They're human, after all. And because those docs and scientists, you've not just figured out a collective instruction manual for your bits, you've also made upgrades. Better guts, better bones, someday better brains. Don't make that face. You're buried in your damn phone most of the time anyway. Imagine that without the neck cramps and carpal tunnel syndrome. Every day, you humans get to be that little mud blob that flipped its ass out of the Canadian Arctic, which is also fucking beautiful if you think about it. Eventually, enough of your bodies got together to exist in the same space, and society was created, which gave birth to judgy side eyes and hateration on your vibe. You're human, after all. Judging yourselves is baked into your evolution. It's why your human brain got so big. You can Google that later. But it is nasty when you do it to yourself. And nothing gets the stick more than beauty. On February 16th, 2022, 90s icon Linda Evangelista came out of hiding and gave an interview to People magazine. She was part of the immortal trinity of the 90s, Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell, and Linda the Chameleon Evangelista, named one of the most beautiful people in the world by People magazine, known for being able to sport any hair color, created her own hairstyle poetically called the Linda, which evolved itself into a wig style called the Evangelista. See, models are basically Pokemon with expensive addresses. Before becoming one of the original 5 supermodels, so please bow your heads in respect. She was probably most famously one of the models in the Freedom 90 video from George Michael. So she is no stranger. She's no wandering random mud skipper in the world of fashion and beauty. She's fucking lying. Now, in this interview, she explains where she's been, and it's been a fucking rough ride. So back in 2015, she underwent 7 sessions of liposculpture using a tech called cryolipolysis. And because of that treatment, she developed a very rare case of paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. Now, that's a lot of math. So don't freak out if your brain butter is wiggling a little bit. Basically, what's going on, you got fat in you. Fat cells, specifically. And they don't go away, they just shrink and they grow depending on what you're putting in your tank. When you have gained or lost weight, that's your fat cells growing or shrinking depending on how hard you hit the ham. So when you take your chassis in for cryolipolysis, which is not a place in a Dr. Seuss book, I know, I looked it up, what they're basically doing is freezing those cells, and then they kind of die and turn to goo, which your body flushes out. In stupid, rare occurrences, the opposite can occur, and your fat cells can grow and harden. And now Linda Evangelista has several patches on her legendary body. Now you can read the article online, and you should, because it is about an icon opening up about how hard this has been. But it is one thing she said that sent me crying at you right now. Quote, "I don't look in the mirror. It doesn't look like me. But she is her, and she exists. She's still a fucking legend. The pressures of this wild, weird, and chaotic world have never let up. Not since you crawled out of the pond, people. And it hurts me more than any of the science and sick shit the body can do to hear a human talk about their body that way. To have that kind of pain when there's already enough to go around in your evolutionary journey. And the part that sticks in my literal craw, that's the throat, by the way, not the beak. Don't at me." She goes on to say that her interview was meant to inspire. Quote, "I hope I can shed myself of some of the shame and help other people who are in the same situation as me. That's my goal. And it hurts that there's shame. I mean, we've all been there. We all know how that feels. And that should bring a little bit of comfort because we're all in it together. We all got tubes. We all got goo. We're all a bunch of fucking meat sacks. And some of you humps still talk with your food in your mouth. No one is safe from the chaos. Humans are out there every day, digging the ditches, working the farms, living for the world, but sometimes you gotta stop and take some time to love yourself, okay? So oyez, oyez, here all around. You gotta have some faith in yourself. Don't let yourself down. Don't give yourself up, because we'd really, really love you to stick around. You are more than your meat, more than your light, even if you feel it is not quite right. You are the only you you've got. So find a way to love your body, whether you like it or not. I'll see you later.